We're just having some fun with our camera people, namely Corey, who wears his sunglasses at night. That's right. Well, we are going to be talking about design trends and interior decorating trends because two of the members of the TBBs recently got back from the interior design show in Toronto. And so we're going to ask them about what they learned and what they saw. Ladies, welcome to the show. Maureen Coates and Donna Hargrove. So nice to have you. And sounds like it was a really fun time.
We had a great time. There were 5 of the 6 TBBs were able to go.
Nice.
And we spent almost 3 days there on and off. It's about 175,000 square feet, 300 exhibitors, and I think they estimated about 51,000 visitors to the show. So it's a big show.
Okay, so what did you glean from the experience?
Well, I think one of the things that I noticed right off was that there's something for everybody, for everyone's taste, which is great. But one of the other things that I noticed right off was that there was a lot of wall coverings, which is why I decided to talk about wallpaper and that sort of thing. And it's not just wallpaper anymore, and it's not just paint anymore. There's other things that you can do with your walls. So I found that very interesting.
Wallpaper, I mean, a lot of people probably just went, oh, wallpaper, geez. Well, not only, and I'm not saying that aesthetically, I just mean, you know, as far as putting it up, because we all remember those nightmares back in the 70s when, you know, our moms or dads tried to put, people tried to put them up. What are you seeing? Has the technology changed? Is it a little bit easier?
I don't think it's any easier, except that it's pre-pasted now, and you know, if you prime your walls properly, certainly that is a big bonus. I personally like wallpapering. I find it very cathartic. I'm a little odd maybe that way, but I really do enjoy it. So, yeah.
Good for you.
So what were the trends that you were seeing in wallpaper?
Well, what I was going to show you here, and thankfully this book was donated to us today by European Glass, which was very nice of them to do that. Now this would be a little more traditional on this side. And here we would have texture. But look what we've got here now, which is kind of interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that zebra?
Yeah, zebra print.
Now, what would you recommend somebody, you know, as far as a room choice?
I would say that would be a focal wall.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to do even a really small room like a bathroom, that would be a lot of fun.
So just one wall as a focal wall in a room?
You could, yeah. It depends on the room. It depends on your aesthetic. It depends on lots of different criteria.
Right.
And then here we've got something else, just letters, but on this page you can see how it looks on the wall.
Look.
Yeah, so it's really handy to have a picture of the entire room that's covered.
Very modern. And Donna, what you looked at was, when you were there, you looked at more warm finishes. What do you mean by finishes? What's considered a finish exactly?
Well, so I was looking at, what I noticed was warm metals.
Okay.
Okay, so you know, for the past 10 years or so, we've seen a lot of pewter and more the cooler metals, but now we're seeing a trend towards warmer metals coming up, coppers and brass and bronze and platinum even. So there was quite a bit of it we noticed there, right even up to, and I think we have some pictures.
Yeah, let's bring up some of the photos of some of those warm finishes. And I guess a finish is some of the things that we're seeing on the table here as well.
Yes, definitely,
and stools. So here's some photos here.
Yeah, so the top picture here is the IKEA booth.
Okay.
And that is their, I think it's called a hectare pendant. And they had the ceiling completely covered in that. It was stunning.
Very cool.
Stunning. They actually won a gold medal for their booth again this year. Oh, the IKEA booth is always, everybody runs to it when they get to the interior design show because it's just gorgeous. So in this picture actually we have the Cocoon booth, and Cocoon is a store in Toronto, and they've just used a lot of gold metals here, and they've paired them with bright pops of tangerine and fuchsia, and it just looks really sophisticated, a very sophisticated look.
Because the concern with warm metals, I think, over the years has been that it looks dated. So these are now newer approaches, a fresher way to really use warm metals, I guess.
Exactly. It's not like your brass and your shiny brass and your copper from
your grandmother's
the 80s, even from the 80s.
That's right. You know? Oh, and this is great, even in the bathroom.
This was amazing.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Copper tubs. IKEA, the one on the lower bottom.
The bottom right there?
Yeah, on the right. I'm losing my track of my sides here, but that one was also IKEA. Now, I don't think it's an IKEA product, but they had it in their bathroom.
I see.
But absolutely stunning.
No kidding.
These were just gorgeous.
Right.
So you can either make a really big commitment to purchase bigger items like a bathtub, which can be quite costly, or like you have here on the table, what have you brought in for us today?
So what I've brought is just a couple of examples of how you can use, mix them or use them in your home. Here is a lamp that's a traditional pineapple type form lamp, and that's in a gold. I have got a little plant stand here it's more of a platinum finish. There's even bathroom accessories. I don't know if they show up very well on camera, but these are copper. They're absolutely beautiful. Some copper wire balls. There's you can
and you can mix the different metals as well, which is something that is also adding a fresher look to interior decor. We wanted to talk, Maureen, a bit more with you about murals and wall tiles, but I guess we've just run out of time. But a lot of the things that we've seen today are also reflected in fashion as well. So I think a lot of people can either look to fashion or look in in home decor.
We'll have to have Maureen back because we have pictures from Maureen too. So we'll have you back on the show. We can do. All right. It's a deal. Maureen, you're hired.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So much to talk about. Home decor is a conversation that we could have for hours. Well, coming up next, we are going to be talking about a great event, the International Women's Day. That's coming up after the break.